I'm going to present the highlights of the network and activities related with the cropland research group on behalf of myself, Ladislau Neto, and Mark Liebig. Well, as all you know, there are 6 networks in the CRG, which are related with landscape management of agricultural system network, conservation agricultural network, and agroforestry network. We also have the integrated crop livestock systems network, the nutrient management network, and the peatland management network. All of them are part of the cropland research group, but only we have only the information from the 3 first ones. I have to say that the other ones are integrated in the different documents and activities and country updates that we have from the different areas. With regard to the landscape management of agricultural system network presented by Xinshua Zheng, we have 14 members from 5 countries. They mainly work in the model CNM DNDC, and in the last year they made an upgraded version, including ammonia volatilization and flooded lands, like, for example, paddy rice. They validate it in Africa and alpine areas. They wish to validate it in more areas, and they produce or are aiming to produce in this during this period around 4 papers from this work. They think as research opportunities, they keep testing and validating CNMMs and DC model with the cooperation of the GRA, and improve this model, the CNMM, DNDC, with the inclusion of modules like, for example, soil erosion and agroforestry. And this could be a point of union with the agroforestry network. With regard to the capability opportunities, they aim at to have project cooperations through the NSFC and the UNEP program projects, also cooperation with the integrative research group for the specific model CNMM DNDC, and also they want to see if they could collaborate more with international students exchange through the University of China's and Academy of Science funds. With regard to the Conservation Agricultural Network, led by Professor Craig Drury, they have 14 members from 5 countries. They were working in the meta-analysis of the impact of selected conservation agricultural practices on their ability to reduce N2O emissions. And this data, which is very huge, was transferred to Diego Ábalos, probably to write a paper with it. But they also are working in the special issue, the role of conservation agricultural practices on reducing greenhouse gases emissions and enhancing carbon sequestration, that could be published in the Soil Science Society of America journal. With regard to the agroforestry network, the main activities that we have this year were related with AFINET. We produced some events like the European Parliamentarization, the final conference of the project in Brussels, a presentation in the Spanish National Rural Network, or the 3rd International Conference on Sustainable Agriculture in Indonesia. We produce, I think, key materials for this network with, for example, the Alive Handbook with over 5,000 downloads, or the knowledge reservoir that can be linked to the and searched in the AFINET webpage. With regard to the social media, we have the social media of AFINET linked to the Global Research Alliance, and we have there over almost 1,500 followers that, for example, made 1,088 impressions from people in the last Global Research Alliance webinar. For the future, well, we have different projects and we want to ask for more projects because there are several opportunities within the Horizon 2020 and also within the Green Deal. Within the Horizon 2020, the projects that we have is the Under Trees, which is about agroforestry, the agroecology for EU, which is a project dealing with living labs and agroecology all over Europe. Go Grass, which is working with alternative uses and more sustainable uses of grass, like, for example, biochar or bioeconomy, and also 2 projects that are related with the way we can communicate best our research results, which is Eureka and Euracnos. They are very similar, but they are working with different type of projects. We also are working in the special issue, Can the Trees Save the Crops? Predicting the services provided by traditional and novel agroforestry in changing a Mediterranean landscape. It is ongoing. Well, with regard to the activities highlights, I would like to say that there are different types of evaluation and outreach activities, like the webinar with over 300 views in the two webinars that we have, then taking into account the people that was present in the webinars and the YouTube. And this is highly relevant, and I think we should continue with this activity. The newsletter, which has nowadays 168 subscribers from 13 countries contributing today nowadays. So I think this is increasing also. So I think we should keep going with this, and we from here ask you to contribute. We also have a Facebook and Twitter posts that have a high number of posts when we presented the webinar. So they have a lot of interest. With regard to the other type of activities, like, for example, the GRAMP, which is a Global Research Alliance modeling platform, they say that the BAS4 model was added to the GRAMP, and they are exploring nowadays if the DNDC and ECOSE models could be also integrated in this platform. To better promote and to better to upgrade and to improve this GRAMP platform, the leaders took the project Retina, which is about connecting multi-scale sensors using artificial intelligence to detect changes in carbon and greenhouse gases across the land uses. And this will allow them to improve this platform, these funds. Also, we have a magnet update, which is a metadata from experimental sites. So this last year, there were several updates, and nowadays there is an ongoing activity with regard to meta-analysis of soil carbon in molly soils. Well, with regard to the cropland research database, they have currently 6,000 citations, but there are 3,000 citations in queue. So, because, well, there are some budget restrictions, and we saw that they produced a very beautiful map about where the papers are available all over the world. So, congratulations for that. Well, I have to say that there are three special issues. First one, within as an activity of the global research group, which is the climate change impacts, mitigation and adaptations in croplands that will end on the deadline and will end on 30th of June 2021 in the journal Atmosphere. Can the trees save the crops, predicting the services provided by traditional novel agroforestry in changing Mediterranean landscape? That could be published in Frontiers in Ecology and Evolution journal, and the deadline would be the 13th of January. And the role of conservation agricultural practices on reducing greenhouse gases emissions and enhancing carbon sequestration in the Soil Science Society of American journal. That could be, the deadline would be very soon, 15 December. Well, we also have some activities related with education, like the Cliff Grads, and we have two very good examples. One is from the student Gabriela Perez, and the other one is from the Professor Michel Capighelli that received a Brazilian student. Thanks for all.